cool little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using nigga songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That woo-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
How it's gonna go. It's that time for another reaction video. So I was just made aware by a subscriber that OG Gumby spoke on me on No Jumper. So we gonna go, let's log in and see what's the script. Come on.
Milk 7-4.
What about it?
He not from our gang.
What?
From our gang.
Huh?
Tell him why you ain't coming to the set, nigga.
Why?
Tell him.
Now I find this funny that this is the same individual that was just complaining when he confronted Adam 22 about covering gang politics on his podcast and his platform.
What's the deal, y'all? We're Trap happening in 10 and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. That good knowledge you ain't thinking nobody's calling Jito big dog. I ain't finna hold y'all with too long of an intro, but I need y'all to hit that like, that comment, that get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Tap in with the tap in. Tap in with that tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that tap in, hit that like, hit that comment, hit that get subscribe button. If you really enjoying the content, hit the share button and follow us on Instagram. TRAPNEWS NETWORX. Milk is having some issues with one of the OGs from his hood, Mr. Hoover Gumby. So without no further do's or don'ts, finish up into this content and see what's going on. Let's get into it. Let's go.
So why would you do the same thing? Why would you go on there and then try to talk about some gang politics on his platform? I don't understand it.
I don't want to be over here, no. Why? Not by choice, you Not by choice. I spared you because the homie Nunn called me and said, Groovy.
What did he do?
I don't know nothing about none of you sparing me or nothing like that, but I know that this isn't your first time speaking on me in this type of way.
Well, looks like he doesn't approve of you, Milk.
You did the same thing back on Fig back in the day.
Mad about in the first place.
Originally, some older homies that was getting out of prison, they wanted to get in touch with him. And he was shunning us. Like, he's not from our community, and I know why.
But he grew up in the community, right?
But he's not even from my community. I mean, he's from my region, but he's not from my neck of the woods. He's not from the section I grew up in. So how does...
Yeah, I believe Milk is out the 70s, and I believe Gumby's out the 90s.
He feel entitled to, like, have anything to say or like, he feel like he can have some type of control over me or something. This is wild.
What does that mean?
I mean,
Grew up.
He grew up and identified as a Hoover throughout his whole childhood, teenage years, right? Like, I mean,
There's stages to this shit.
Right.
You can drop the ball at any minute. I'm 50. I could be considered a buster tomorrow if I drop the ball. If I don't bust down when I'm supposed to bust down, I'm considered, all that shit don't mean nothing. So as a kid, the fuck that shit mean? Nothing. It's niggas out here dying every day. Where you at? You ain't putting no money in the basket for niggas to get buried. They damn sure ain't putting in no work.
What is he
Milk. Looking rough over there for you, Milk.
talking about? Like, work, putting in what?
Our community again.
Okay, but people are going to hear this and they're going to say that you're basically saying anybody who goes on to become successful in
He's
any way,
not.
which is, he probably makes like what, maybe like $5,000 a month off YouTube. Maybe he makes 10.
Nigga make more than that selling drugs. That ain't what
I'm
we
just
talking
saying,
about.
it's not like he's like filthy rich.
It's a difference between being famous. See, if you're famous,
Right.
Not about their money. It's about the status, the attention. It's the cultural currency.
you really have an obligation. Because see, you're being famous. That means influencing people, right?
I mean, Milk is like YouTube famous.
So wait, if I'm famous, I got an obligation because I influence people. But what about you? You obligated to influence people, right? How am I obligated to? What does me being a famous individual on YouTube got to do with what you talking about right now? It got me confused.
In this
Okay,
sort of
but what
like,
about
Sound like you gotta drop off your tithes and offerings, big dog.
in our
LA
community?
gang
In our
community.
community. In our community.
Yeah.
He don't got to be no gangbanger no more.
Right.
Like I just told you. When I told you I agreed to come on your show, I say, man, why don't y'all come put a pasta?
Notice how Milk's not being disrespectful though. All that custer, you ain't this, you ain't that, you can't go to your hood, all the disrespectful things that Milk normally says to everybody, none of that's coming out of his mouth right now.
Podcast studio up over here in Manchester Park, so my little homies and 8 little sisters and brothers can learn how to do this shit. Remember that? I told you that on the phone.
yeah.
Okay, so why he ain't done it? Because he can't.
Why you ain't done nothing? What have you done at Manchester Park? What have you done for them kids? You got millions, right? You won a lawsuit for millions of dollars. How are you pocket watching me thinking you know what I got in my pocket, homie? You don't tell me what I do with my money or when do I do it and what I'm supposed
He
to
did win a lawsuit for some millions. That is very true.
do. You don't know what situation I'm in, fool. But you won a lawsuit for millions of dollars. And I haven't seen
Milk was allegedly just homeless.
you do nothing.
Why can't he come back?
Bet you want to know, huh?
Well, it'd be some pretty good content, sure, yeah.
Next question.
It's crazy that he's even on the internet trying to discuss gang politics. Something I'm not about to do about my community. I'm not about to be on here having it looking like a circus show. That's not what I'm doing, bro. But you can't make me change nothing. You can't make me take nothing out my name. Realistically, how you gonna make me do anything? That's all I wanna know. Bro, you are 50 years old. Why are
Well, Milk will do whatever he takes to stay away from Hoover Gumby. I'm sure Milk will never make himself physically available to this man.
you worried about me and what I got going on? Stop pocket watching me. See, that's the thing. You think I'm on YouTube, you think I'm rich, and you think you're gonna be getting some of the shit or something. No, that's not how it's gonna go. That's not how it's gonna work. If that was the case, bro, no. But I'm gonna tell you, since you want to be on the internet talking about gang politics and you speaking about stuff like that, what you shouldn't be doing because you are an active gang member. I don't understand. What are you trying to do? Bring a RICO? But look, here's what I tell you.
See the manipulation there? See how Milk trying to plant the seeds of, oh, well, yeah, you could get him a RICO and all that. Politics get dirty, especially when people start dirty politicking each other.
Won't you try to get a job at No Jumper? That's what you should do. Since you want to talk about this type of stuff on the internet, because that's what they do. You'll fit right in. But it's just unfortunate in LA, if you make it up out the trenches and become successful, famous, influencer, anything like that, if you get the money and you ain't on social media, you will be hated on by somebody in your community, somebody that was close to you, somebody in the city, period. Somebody is gonna hate on you in your community. The whole plan when you coming up in the trenches is to make it up out of there. But in LA, when you make it up out of there, it's gonna be somebody either from that community, somebody that you know in that city.
Everything Milk is saying is true, but it's hard to empathize with Milk because he's guilty of doing to others what is attempting to be done to him. So, yeah, he's right. I'm not going to take away any credibility from the things he's saying, because when you're right, you're right. And when you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. However, Milk has been a huge part of people playing these types of games. And dare I say, because he's one of the older people to be into the content space, one of the forefronts or the forerunners of this type of negative content being put within our atmosphere and within our universe at what's seemingly an alarming rate that it's growing at. So, you know, there's that.
It's going to be somebody that was around you that's going to be the one hating. And that's crazy. I just don't understand it. Like, you should be congratulating, not hating, trying to tear somebody down. It's just weird. I don't get it, but it is what it is. I mean, it happens all day in LA. And it's just unfortunate. That's why you got to move a certain type of way. But it is what it is. I'm up out of here. I'll see y'all at the next video.
All right, man. We up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. It's red dots to the left. You know the rest.
We go.
We gone.